So this is my JAE in game. I can really recommend this build on her specifically because as you see it stacks pretty good defense, armor, dodge, has pretty good damage with heavy energy rifles, and she's still an officer with a lot of utility, gives characters extra turns, but is also very accurate, sniping any straggler enemy, delivering a finishing blow to any enemy on the map while buffing an ally or giving them an extra turn. Overall, this is I find this is a very solid, good build for her if you want to use her. So we have Commissar's hat, Duelist uniform. Before the Duelist uniform, I was wearing, I believe, also that Commissar armor. Something light on her, I believe. Let me find it. Yeah, this one. Commissar flag breastplate. But this one I ended up wearing and switching to dual pistols sometimes because it buffs ballistic skill and hit chance when you have two pistols equipped. Or she goes for that one big heavy attack with like a big energy rifle. This is what she's wearing. Ballistic skill, critical damage, stacking Lore Emporium to get more armor through this item. And this is kind of endgame, but it's pretty nice on her to allow her to use her special more often. Now, as for her actual abilities, so here Inspire, and here's Footsteps, Fellowship, Nerves of Steel, Sign Objective, Conformity, Medici, Ballistic Skill, It Will Not Die, or Perception, but you can take it later. Primary Objective, Emporium, Ballistic Skill, Firestorm 3, Against All Odds, Toughness, Training Perception, Finish the Job, Perfect Finish, Perception and Medici, Motivation, Perception, and Last Weapon Expert, and then Firestorm 1, so Firestorm 1 and 3. And then here, Exemplar, we continue. First we get something like Eager Subordinates, more damage when you give an ally an extra turn, they deal extra 15% damage, great ability. More Than Possible, to buff the signature officer talent, bring it down, because she didn't have that for some reason here. With Cassia, you give it to her pretty much immediately. Here you have to pick it up here in Exemplar. Lord Xenos, so yeah, that was More Than Possible. Lord Xenos, Direct Inspiration, better for action economy. Fellowship, heavy weapon proficiency, because those big energy sniper rifles do weigh a lot and her strength is not the best. Break Their Ranks. See, like here, Break Their Ranks, you can take Arrow of Authority, it's still great. Cassia has it. I took Break Their Ranks because I don't have it on Cassia, and it's generally very good ability to have as long as you have like any warriors in your team or any melee units. So Break Their Ranks here. Xenos, Attention. So like that's second very good buff after Eager Subordinates is Attention. You can go for Attention, you can go for with Firebrand. So yeah, Attention, Firebrand, Flag Bearer, Eager Subordinates. Look at these four. Firebrand could be actually better, and some people go for it before Attention, but I have it here on Cassia. But one of these four buffs here. You can then Prepare for Assault. Buffs this one. Then Linchpin. Here, instead of Linchpin, Objectively Fervor is probably better. I wanted to experiment with Linchpin here a bit, but honestly, like from these 3 buffs, what you're going for is always Inspire, just because more damage. So you go Inspire, you cast Fervor to reset Inspire and cast Inspire on a second unit. That's the optimal play here, to go for Fervor instead of Linchpin, but I wanted to experiment with Linchpin. Perception, stacking the deck. We're going for big crits on Finish the Job and on that energy rifle attack, so stacking the deck here. Doing my part because she's my only master tactician. Was a good buff to have for action economy. Xenos, Perfection Under Fire. Her stats can always be improved, I find, for like ballistic skill or perception and fellowship. So I actually went for this one instead of something else that buffs a unit when you give them an extra turn, like Firebrand or Flag Bearer. But those are good choices here instead. Instead of Perfection Under Fire, you can go for Firebrand or Flag Bearer here. But since she was sniping here also in my playthrough, I wanted to up her perception and ballistic skill. Also, it's nice for fellowship. It got it to a round number, so yeah. AP increase. Still resolve, more resolve. Get those heroics going even faster. Yeah, commerce. Be vigilant. Since I do have a pretty solid warrior here and some melee users like Abelard, this is great. Be vigilant. Synergizes very well with break their ranks. So if you have break their ranks like I do, to enhance, to give your melee attacker more attacks, like specifically attacks of opportunity, keep an eye on this one. Be vigilant. And yeah, Emporium, Brink of Death. Brink of Death was chosen because, again, she's going for big finishing attacks with heavy energy rifle on like less than 50 HP targets with what I took before, which was Finish the Job. So yeah, Brink of Death made sense to take here. Like she could, like, I know people say like, oh, Uralit is your sniper a lot, but I lost Uralit here, and now I have like an officer who gives other people extra turns and also is able to snipe nearly as well as Uralit. Basically, it's like her energy rifle attack after all of this still deals like over 250 damage to an enemy. So yeah, on the same turn she snipes, she gives someone else an extra turn too. So perception, ballistic skill, Imperium, tricky defense. Tricky defense again gives her more dodge. She gets a lot of armor because of the trinket she is wearing, because her Lore Emporium is through the roof, and she gets 10% armor of Lore Emporium. And then you take tricky defense and suddenly your dodge is at 142, like they're plus 20% from tricky defense. So pretty solid in terms of stats, I would say, in terms of both dodge and armor here, even though she's wearing light armor. So yeah, and then the last thing was Ready to Serve, just because there was nothing else really to take at this point. Ready to Serve made most sense just because it's good on officers. Of course, Stronger Together could be a good choice here too, because I believe she starts with this one, Humanity's Finest Fellowship, and it's always a nice stat to have on any character. Yeah, judging at it, just for them to be able to get to their heroic faster. So like, yeah, here at the end, I took Ready to Serve, but Stronger Together was a big consideration here. So yeah, that's the build for Ja. Basically, she's kind of like a sniper for me. But she's also an officer who she gives someone an extra turn, buffs them, and at the same time can make a very damaging, accurate attack against an enemy straggler that's somewhere at the far corner of the map, and or is at 50 HP or lower would be a free attack. Otherwise, this way she's very accurate this way as well.